I've asked three of our esteemed Bard colleagues, three people who I have had the great fortune of talking about these issues with over the last couple of years, to come and speak to us today about Ray Kurzweil's The Singularity is Near. As I said, he's going to be one of the keynote speakers at our conference in October, Human Being in an Inhuman Age. I should say that Bill Mullen, who's a classics professor here at Bard, is actually the person who, I think about 5 years ago or 4 years ago, walked into my office and put this book down on my desk and said, "You must read this." And I looked at it and said, "No." And honestly, I honestly had no thought. And so it was his book. He took it back. I ordered it from Amazon.com, and it sat on my bookshelf for about 3 years.
2005.
Yeah, and so about a year ago, I had this idea for this conference. I was thinking, what should be our conference for next year? And I started thinking about this topic, really because of my reading of Arendt more than anything else. And I thought, Bill told me about some book, The Singularity is Near. I should go read that. And I went and read it, and I had the experience that Arendt and Kurzweil were in intimate conversation, which is something Bill just said to me. And I realized that it had to happen. And I invited Mr. Kurzweil, and he very generously accepted our invitation. This is not the kind of talk he would usually agree to do. In a way, Bill is here because he's the person who first, also because I think of his wisdom, but he's this person responsible for in a way, me getting interested in this and the conference happening the way it is. He teaches classics here. Some of you obviously know him, and so I thank him for coming. Becky Thomas teaches computer science, and she and I have been talking about this issue for almost a year now. She is our most reliable commenter on our blog. I'm hoping that she'll actually blog a bit in the future, if you're willing to do it. I know it takes time, but she is engaged in these issues deeply in the computer science world, and thrilled to be a part of it. And Barbara Luka in cognitive psychology, whose work is actually on these questions in her own way. And so I think what's nice is I come at this from the humanities, from Arendt, as does Bill, but we have here a wide variety of perspectives on the question of what it means to be human, on what the singularity is. I've asked them to keep their remarks very brief, of about 5 minutes each. I will then maybe ask a couple questions, get a discussion going, and at some point, if you want to jump in with questions, we will do that. But my feeling is let's just get some basic issues out, see 3 different perspectives, and move forward.